Brzee Hello, everyone. We're going to get started in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Gina. I'll be your host today. Today, what we are going to be doing is experiencing a new revelation, a new teaching from Dr. Pillai, which he only released weeks ago to his mystery school program, a premier program that is a year-long. And he, even when he was delivering this program, he knew he wanted the world to have this technology. In fact, he said, there is no technology that I have found that is more powerful than this. So we are going to experience that today via video from Dr. Pillai. After we watch the video together, then I will be giving you some tips on how to prepare for the Rediscovering Brzee Masterclass with Dr. Pillai. After that, I will be going through a sneak peek of the new Brzee Abundance System. This is a revelation, again, that Dr. Pillai has been downloading from the goddess. She is literally giving him more information on a regular basis that she wants shared with the world. And this is the goddess of abundance, Brizzy. So I'll give you a little bit about how this system will work, that Dr. Pillai will then be delivering more information on during the masterclass. So in order to prepare for the new teachings we're about to receive, go ahead and settle into your space, find a quiet location, take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to settle in. Remember that as we receive information and empowerment from Dr. Pillai, an enlightened master, the more open and receptive we are, the deeper he can actually go into our psyche and our consciousness to be able to make shifts. And the more open-minded we are, the more we'll allow that information, that wisdom into our brain and into our body and into our soul. So this is an example of us being able to prepare and settle in and receive these new teachings. So let's begin.
Welcome to the very special program that I decided to do not just only for the mystery school people, but for the entire world. It is God deciding to help people who are completely lost in the world. And the world are against us. They are misleading us to believe that the body is real, that the body is not real. The body is going to die one day. When the body dies, the first realization that dawns on this soul is, my God, I have been thinking that this body is me. Now the body is dead and I am still alive. That is the first experience that the soul has, that it is not the body. But as long as we are in the body, we are just enslaved by the body. Enslaved by the world, enslaved by the senses that are in the body. We have no other life other than the senses working along with the mind. What's wrong with it? The wrong with it is you don't understand your true self. This true self is pure bliss, combined with an ability of knowing everything, omniscience, omnipotence and omnipresence. And that is what we are. That is why all religions, the ancient religions, call this body is not you. The body, in Christianity, the body is a sin. In Hinduism, the body is karma. It is not the real self. And what is the way that we can remind ourselves that we are not the body, we are not the bank account, we are not the job we are doing, we are not the skill sets we have, we are not to be defined by anything except by pure bliss and God, and that we are. Whether you are poor or rich or young or old or black or white, the truth remains that you are God, and then you don't have to do anything except to realize that you are God, meaning that you are omnipotent, omnipresent. You can do anything you want to do. And that is the knowledge that is the permanent knowledge. It is not physics, chemistry, or biology, or or any other sciences. They are all misleading us. They are again enslaving us. So that is the most important thing. The one thing that can help you is just the mirror technique that I gave you. Go in front of a mirror. There is a lot of secret, divine secrets about the mirror. The mirror, in front of the mirror, you can have an enlightenment experience. One day, you will see that a lot of things are happening when you are looking at the mirror. And one important thing is you will understand that this body is not you. The mirror image is important because it's a replica of your body, subtle replica of your body. A very subtle, it has no substance to it. It's a reflection. But that reflection is very important. But the reflection comes from the karmic side of the body. The subtle karmic side of the body. So when you begin to understand the subtle body that gets reflected on the mirror and this body are different. Go on separating it, then you get to live the subtle body. Now I'm sitting here and talking to you, but my subtle body is also, I can visualize my subtle body as separate from me. I can do it in many different ways around me as an aura. And then I'm talking to you. Now, I want you to do that. You can now experience that subtle body. Just do this. There is a body overlapping your body, that on top of the body, which is beyond the skins. And then you look at the body. Keep on looking at the body. So what is the advantage? The advantage is you are moving from a stuck reality that never allows you to live the unlimited, that always locks you to your job, your skills, your bank account, your diseases. And we don't want that. There is no technology that I have found as powerful as this one. That's why I just wanted to not only talk to you are in this special program, but for everybody as a gift. So just do that whenever you are here. When it is difficult for you to meditate, just do that. You can visualize it any way you want. You can see your subtle body sitting in front of you and have a conversation with it. Hey, you don't think that you are the job or someone who caught up in a bad relationship. You are free. So why don't we be in company with others? So, get into a conversation. This is the easiest way to meditate. I'm going to do all these new techniques as we go along with these programs. So, for those of you in this program, the Mystery School program, to take this mirror technique seriously, go on gazing on the mirror. And I don't want to give any information on that until you come upon. At least spend about 10 minutes. Okay. And then discuss it in subsequent sessions. The other thing that can protect you from being enslaved by the body, mind, and the senses is to have a statue of Brizzy or an yantra of Brizzy. And the beauty of this Brizzy is that it will engage you, it will grab your attention, it will take your attention away from your body mind in a different dimension. And the beauty, and another beauty about it is that it will not allow you to have only an enlightenment experience alone, devoid of the enjoyment of the senses and the body. It will give you both. It is 200% life. Because it was the creation, or I would say because I co-created it with Vishwamitra, who originally came up with the idea, but I refined it over the period of 20 years or 25 years. Now, holding the statue, the statue revelation came only recently, about 6 months ago or 8 months ago. Prior to that, I was using the yantra. And you can use both. Okay. Hold it with you, and that will give you the dual consciousness. The dual consciousness is you will be able to live this world, but not get stuck in the past or the future. Because past is only responsible for creating a limited future. But still, you cannot get out of it. So you have to minimally live that without the restrictions of being stuck in that reality. Yes, I can go to Bahamas, I can go to Switzerland, I can go to anywhere and enjoy whatever I want to do. Or if you're a very spiritual person, go to India and see the temples, and you can have a very beautiful experience. That will all be intact. Along it would be the unlimited, blissful, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent experience of God you are. And that is also, and that will happen just holding this statue. The statue is very important. Statue worship has unfortunately been misrepresented by the early the Judeo-Christian tradition when they wanted to promote monotheism. But as a technology, It has been used in Egypt. It has been used in all ancient cultures. And these cultures and traditions knew how to travel to the galaxy and come back to this earth plane. So the science and technology uh, together, have ruined us, ruined the unlimited. They make the limited real. There is no life other than blah blahing and then living this life without having to understand, the big scenario. What is the big scenario? That you can be God. You are God, not can be God. You are God. That you have the ability to do everything. And what is going to help you to do the two things? The mirror. Go to the mirror. There are a lot of secrets in the mirror. It can teach you about illusion. Because our body is an illusion too. Our material world is an illusion. If you want to understand the material world, you have to understand this illusion of the mirror. Any reflection, all this can be learned through the mirror. The mirror will teach the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious, like no other technique can. So that one, and the other one is that you will hold the Brizzy in your hand. So I'm going to dedicate my life to the revelations from Brizzy as the goddess. As we proceed with 2019. God bless, remember the points, and transform your life. Otherwise, what happens if you don't want to transform your life? The karma will continue. So you have a choice whether you want to do a karmic life with no changes at all. Everything is set till your retirement. And after the retirement, what happens? And here is somebody bringing the statue of Brizzy. Now it is not very handy to hold it. So I will come up with something of Brizzy is obviously revealing things to me that can allow us to live the dual reality. So I will come up with, this is a metal piece, it's a little heavy too. You can still hold it, at least when you are in meditation. But you can, I want to get the pocket sides of it too. So we'll get it done then. I'm happy that I was able to talk to you, and not only to the Mystery School people, but to all the people who want to understand who they are. You are already rich. You are not going to become rich. But the problem is your identity is with your job, is with your bank account, is your paycheck. If you go on identifying with that, and there is no other thing, all the other things are illusions, they will remain as illusions. But the day you realize that the illusion is reality, and you have to create a different illusion, a different identity. And that identity is more fulfilling because that is your true identity. This is when you want to, when you choose to become identified with a very mediocre reality, that's a wrong choice. You don't have to go and read books. The reading books is really a bad habit. Because there is only limited time. And within the limited time, you can transform your life. When I first started teaching this meditation, some people came and said, why don't you write a book? This agent told me, I'll make a ton of money, you'll make a ton of money. So if you don't want to write a book, I will send a ghostwriter. And I said, in those days I was very idealistic. I had a very big beard and flowing hair. I don't know, honestly, if I can write, if I have content to write a book. If I have to write a book, I have to write only arakara on all the pages of the book. Repeat arakara, 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 from page 1 to page 300, and nobody will buy it. And in this, and that is created a book. From page 1 to page 300, it's all just empty space. He said, this is the best book. What do you do? You write your book. You write your book. And that is the most important thing. I have written my book. Similarly, you write your book. So that is enough for today. And God bless.
Hello. Welcome back from the video. So as you heard, Dr. Pillai is very excited about this new technique, and I hope that you will begin. Oh, can you hear me? It's telling me you can't hear me. Just want to do a quick test. Can you guys hear me? Did you post in the chat? Okay, good. Thank you very much. Zoom was telling me that you could not hear me. So that was a lie. As an illusion. So welcome back from the video, and I hope that you enjoyed Dr. Pillai's new technique and that you'll start implementing it right away. Remember, he said, if we do not transform, we will continue with our same old karma. So please post your experiences in the chat. Would love to hear about your take on this and your experiences with this new revelation. And of course, we want you to do it and then also tell us how it's been going. So that will be something we can capture in, let's say, Facebook groups or something like that inside of the community. So Dr. Pillai made a really good point that we will continue with our karma based on the illusion of what we think we know about ourselves, unless we interfere with that. And the mirror technique is a way to do that. So what is it that is preventing us from really moving forward in making these changes? Dr. Pillai has so many techniques out there. A lot of times it is karmic patterns and what he mentioned, the illusions that we believe about ourselves that get stored in different areas of our psyche, of our consciousness. And what Dr. Pillai is going to do in the masterclass, the Rediscovering Brzee Masterclass, is walk us through from a very in a gross, more material level to a very subtle level on where these karmas are stored, how to clear them out, and how to then infuse ourselves with the abundance consciousness of Brzee. Now, some of you are asking, what is Brzee? Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Lakshmi are all the same goddess in, let's say, just maybe different flavors in a sense. And Dr. Pillai will definitely be answering that question in more depth next week. Some people are asking the difference between Shreem Brzee and Brzee. Let's not worry about that at the moment. Right now, we know it's the goddess of abundance who wants to help us live a 200% life, fully material, fully spiritual, and be able to walk that line without the attachments to be able to experience both enlightenment and prosperity. So a little bit about the Brzee abundance system that Dr. Pillai will be introducing during the masterclass. As I mentioned, really, what are we trying to do? We're trying to shift, we're trying to change. And the manifestation process can sometimes, as you probably know, get blocked through our misconceptions, our negative thoughts, our deep-seated beliefs, emotions, multi-lifetime misconceptions that we bring with us, or belief systems that we bring with us, that literally get lodged in our body, mind, spirit, soul, and then we're not able to make those changes. So what's really cool about this 5-step system that Dr. Pillai is putting together is that he will be helping us, along with Brzee, the Brzee Mantra, to release, to acknowledge, release, and replace our negativity, in a sense, and our misconceptions, our old patterns, the things that are our blockages that are holding us back in 5 different areas of our consciousness or our being. And those 5 areas are the body, the mind, the heart, the dreams, and the soul. So, problem being, we'd love to implement all these techniques. We'd love to manifest the life of our dreams. We'd love to live a 200% life where we are material and spiritual. We have relationships with the divine as well as beings on the earth plane, and we are living a fulfilled, purposeful life. Yet, we have this karmic patterns, mindset blockages, heart blockages that are holding us back from that. So what this system is going to do is to take step by step, starting with the body. So what do we have for our body? We have this physical thing, this physical home for our soul. And this body brings with it the ability to experience pleasure as well as pain. And it is the way we interpret and the way we filter our environment through our 5 senses. It also has karmic, our DNA is karmic, right? It's come from our ancestors, it's come from our lineage. Those beings are passing on to us thoughts that they had that we incorporate. There's the soul technology, the soul genetics that comes through as well. So our body houses a lot of karma. So Dr. Pillai will teach us how to be clearing that and to be using the Brzee Mantra to offset it and to not just clear the karma, but actually how to manifest with the body. The step 2 is the mind. So we know that the mind is contributing a lot of input, right? We have thoughts. Dr. Pillai talks about having 35 to 60 thoughts per minute, and most of those are negative. So, and recently he said, God is protecting you from manifesting all your thoughts because your thoughts are mostly negative. So what we want to do is clear up the negativity in our thoughts so that we have more positivity coming through. We can monitor them better. And we're able to then shift our mindset by actively participating in the changing of our thoughts. So he'll be giving some tips on that, really how to do it, and really what that means for the mind, between the mind, the brain, the thoughts, and the neurology of wealth. Those are a couple topics he'll be touching upon. The next level is the heart. So we're dropping from the body, we're going deeper, right? We're from the physical body into the mind, into the heart center, into more subtle levels, where the heart is its kind of own brain sometimes, where it has the ability to bring emotion to our decision making, to our experiences in life. And those emotions are powerful, right? We can manifest with emotions. We can also de-manifest with emotion. When you do not believe something is possible, then you are definitely influencing the outcome. If you have a negative aspect going into it, you are definitely influencing the outcome. Recently, Dr. Pillai mentioned how he was talking about how his teachings are every moment is new and to expect a miracle every day. Yet that is so hard for people because we are so stuck in the past. We are so stuck in what we think we know. And this impacts us at a heart level, because then emotionally we're shutting down. From a passion perspective, we're not able to really open ourselves up to what's possible. So dropping into the heart, also feeling love for ourselves, the divine, others, all of that contributing to our abilities to manifest or not manifest. So he'll be talking about that as well. Next, we go into the dream plane. I found this to be interesting, right? So now we're shifting into even another state, from the waking state to the dream state, the dream planes. And on the dream planes, we're in a different world. Right? We are in a different dimension in a sense. And Dr. Pillai has said that we can shut down these senses of the body and go into a whole different reality that while we're in it, we think is 100% real until we wake up and they were like, oh, is that real or is this real? So, which is real? And the dream is a place where you can actually manifest. So I'm pretty excited. He's going to be teaching about this, how the dream plane can, how we use Brzee and the dream plane to manifest in the waking state. The next level is the soul. So we've worked our way down into the most subtle aspect of ourselves, the soul that is freed when the body is released from life on earth, and continues to travel with us from lifetime to lifetime. So guess what? We pick up a lot of stuff in these multiple lifetimes that we've gone through. So the soul isn't just this free being out there being able to do anything it wants. It's actually accumulated quite a bit of karma and thought patterns and stuff along the way, right? So at a soul level, we need to cleanse so that we aren't being stopped by these very subtle, very powerful blockages, misconceptions, negative thoughts, karmic patterns that we've picked up for, let's say, hundreds or thousands of lifetimes, right? So this is really important. And then when we get to manifest at a soul level, then we're really able to kind of do it on autopilot. So what Dr. Pillai is doing is, in this system, is going to help us incorporate Brzee into these 5 different areas so that we are overriding, in a sense, the negative aspects, the limited aspects of these 5 different areas of ourselves. And having Brzee go on autopilot for the manifestation, for the positivity, for beauty, for abundance. Wealth is not just material. We all want material wealth so that we can be financially free, so that we can do whatever we want. And as spiritual people, you're typically probably interested in helping other people as well, right? So one of the things he's going to teach is to love abundance, is to love wealth. A lot of times, many of us have shut down love for abundance or wealth or money because it may divert us from the spiritual path. But that's not Dr. Pillai's teachings. His teachings are 200%. And he said it today that with Brzee, that is possible, because this mantra and this goddess embodies in order to give us both so that we are not lacking. Because we're on the earth plane, we need to sustain ourselves. We need a roof over our head. We need healthy food and clean water, and to be financially free so that we don't have to worry when we meditate and that we can meditate and go deeper. Not only that, we can use that abundance, that financial abundance, to help other people, which then feeds our soul and helps our evolution even more, as well as helping those people. So a 200% life is so important because that is what makes Dr. Pillai's teachings unique, and it is what helps us be truly fulfilled in enlightenment and prosperity. And that's what Brzee can do for you. So things you can do right now to begin on this journey: do the mirror technique that Dr. Pillai just did, chant Brzee or Shreem Brzee every day, at least 108 times. You can write it down. Brzee is even shorter than Shreem Brzee, so write Brzee 108 times. Brzee is really good for clearing out negativity, like we were talking about, and bringing abundance. So I'd love to hear, if you spent this full week chanting Brzee, how you feel next Sunday when Dr. Pillai does the new webcast or the masterclass. So that's your homework for the week. Please go ahead and begin to implement these techniques. Again, we want to do this for transformation purposes. So preparation. Next, I told you I would talk about how to prepare for being with Dr. Pillai on the masterclass. He is an enlightened being. In fact, Dr. Wayne Dyer, in one of his books, said Dr. Pillai is the most enlightened being on the planet. He is by far the most compassionate, loving being I personally have ever met or been in contact with. His energy, if you've been with him in person, his aura is immense. It will take up a room, a building, a city, if he lets it. His energy can be transmitted through time and space. So whether you're in a room with him, or you're watching a live video with him, or a recorded video with him, his energy can penetrate your energy body. It is a unique and profound experience to have us be able to even have this opportunity in this modern age, right? A real Siddha who is among us, whose life purpose is to help us transform. That is his life purpose, is to help the humans of the earth transform. And what do we get? We get to be able to be open to him if we are open to it, right? This is how we participate in this play with him. Biggest part of being part of Dr. Pillai's teachings and receiving his blessings and activating the energy that he transmits is our openness in our heart, is being open to him. And that's clearing the mind, letting go of the negativity, preconceived notions, dropping into the heart and being open to what he says and receive the wisdom as well as the empowerment. Not only will Dr. Pillai be going through the 5-step system, Brzee Abundance, but he will also be giving a technique, and his presence alone is an energy transmission. And he will be turned on that day, because when he's giving teachings like this, he definitely turns up the ampage. And what we want to do is be prepared to receive that ampage, right? Because he is channeling the divine. It comes through to him, and then he very easily is able to transmit it to us. That's what enlightened beings can do. And so on our end, our job is to be prepared. So how are you going to do that other than the opening the heart that I just mentioned? Also preparing your environment is important. You notice that you have a clearer mind and you feel more at peace when your environment is clean and clear. So make sure you set aside a space for yourself that is clutter-free, that is quiet, that is free of distractions. Just 90 minutes is what it'll be. And allow yourself to be in that moment in a very clear space. Next, you want to purify your body. So the Siddhas take 5 showers a day in order to clear their aura and their body of any kind of gunk that got caught up on it. We can do the same thing. So a way to prepare for this masterclass is to take a shower and be really be present and wear clean clothes. Again, the cleanliness matters on many levels, aurically and physically. So you're going to have a clear space, you're going to take a shower, you're going to wear clean clothes, comfortable clothes, and then you also don't want to eat a lot of food. And this goes for any meditation experience. The more when we eat, our body literally begins, sends all its energy into digestion, and we may feel sluggish, we may feel heavy, and that definitely impacts the meditation process, especially if you're eating karmically dense or foods like meat or things that are just heavy to digest. So eat light meal, and I'm not saying don't eat, just eat a light meal or whatever you need, but don't overeat and don't consume a lot of things that are heavy. And that'll help you be more present, help you be more open. So those are physical things you can do that are also helping you spiritually and energetically. And then, like I said, being open. How do you be open? You have to connect with yourself, your source, and allow that sense of unlimitedness to be present for yourself. That's one way. Another way is to fall into your heart bhakti mode, right? In devotion and surrender. That's another way to connect with Dr. Pillai, which is a really, really beautiful experience if you're able to do that. Everyone's different. So another way is to just clearing your mind and just saying, you know what, for these 90 minutes, I'm going to be open and I'm not going to be judgmental, or I'm not going to bring my past discernment or, kind of decisions I've made to the table. I'm just going to be really open and then just see what happens for you. He'll be delivering new teachings. He'll be delivering an empowerment. He'll be delivering a technique at the end of this session. So just be receptive to it. And it'll all be recorded. So if you do miss it live, you will have the opportunity to watch later. So that is how you can prepare for being in Dr. Pillai's presence on the masterclass. I hope that you will take the time and set aside to join us for this very special occasion. I'm personally very excited because I love the Brzee Goddess, Shreem Brzee Goddess, and Dr. Pillai has been talking more about her, and that she's continuing to give him revelations, and that it is his life purpose to continue to give those to us. So that is preparation and the Brzee abundance in a nutshell. I hope that this is helpful to you, and I hope that you'll be able to implement these recommendations this week. And I sure hope to see you on the masterclass with Dr. Pillai for rediscovering Brzee. Now remember, the masterclass starts May 19th to Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. Please do the translation for your current time zone and join us live. We'll have chat support. Dr. Pillai may take questions. So actually what we'd love for you to do, if you have questions now, pop them in the chat and I can accumulate some of those. And then if there's questions in the chat that we're able to get to during the class, we'll do that as well. So it's another great reason to join live if you are able to. So now I'd like to see if there are any questions today. Let me go to our chat. So now would be a good time if there's anything you would like to ask about what I shared. So please also notice at the bottom of this viewing page, it says Masterclass Sign Up. It is a link. If you have not, well, I should just say, just go there and enter your name and email address so that we will be able to remind you of the masterclass that is happening on May 19th. Anja is asking if the mirror technique is in written form. Yes, we do. Excuse me. We just haven't released that just yet. Since this was the first time we released the teaching. Someone is asking, can I offer milk to the goddess to drink or not because it's animal product? You can definitely offer milk to the goddess and drink it. Yes, so the statue, someone's asking, is the statue of Brizzy available? Yes, and I think Chandra has that link. She's going to post it. It is a 4-inch statue, literally the one that he was holding. What's interesting about this statue is that this came to Dr. Pillai, the form of this goddess came to Dr. Pillai in, I don't know if it was a meditation or a reading, but this is completely unique. We have custom made this statue and you can't find it anywhere else. It's goddess with 3 hoods, snakes over her head. She is pouring forth the gold coins and giving blessings. Excuse me. There are some more questions. Let me answer those. The pocket-sized Brzee, we are in the process of finding a maker for that, so that's in the works. Here's another question. Is the masterclass free? Yes. So you'll just want to click below and add your name and email. Sorry, something went down my throat wrong. Other questions? Are there fees? How much? No. So everything I gave you today is free, obviously, and the masterclass is 100% free. Just add your name to the masterclass sign-up. That's a link right below the viewing page. Daria is asking how to be free from blockage, traumas, and fears. So one of the techniques is what Dr. Pillai gave today, which is looking at the mirror and recognizing that this is the illusion. Sorry, folks. Get rid of my little frog. So one of the techniques is to do the mirror technique, and if you're having trauma, and to get beyond, like he is talking about in this teaching, that we identify with what we think we are, our identity now in this life, right? The things we've created, our body, our name, our family, our career, all these things that have happened to that is all the illusion that we're buying into. And the mirror technique is to help you witness yourself as the observer, and also to see beyond that. This, like when you're looking in the mirror, that's a reflection, right? But you think it's real. So my interpretation is that everything is a reflection, but we think it's real. So when we look into the mirror and see ourselves as a reflection, it gives us insight into knowing that we too, that this life too, that these thoughts are all a reflection, not necessarily real. I hope that helps. Someone's asking to give an example of what you would say to yourself in the mirror. One of the things Dr. Pillai gave in the other technique for the mirror, which is part of the mystery school teachings, which he mentioned to do affirmations, like instead of, let's say you have something about yourself that you want to overcome, like fear. Instead of looking in the mirror and seeing your fear, looking in the mirror and seeing bravery, courage, and saying that to yourself, creating an affirmation that works for you, that helps align yourself with that, with the bravery, with the new reality. Arakar is another mantra. It's a mantra he calls it the Impossibility Buster. You would say that mantra if you're feeling like things are not easy to overcome, that you really want to have a breakthrough. That's a good mantra to do. Someone's asking to make better decisions for finance or life, which god to pray to and how. We'll learn that next week. Brizzy is a great goddess to pray to for financial and life. Kathy's asking for the mirror work. Is it just gazing into the mirror or doing something else? So it's gazing into the mirror, recognizing that's a reflection, and seeing that the reflection is not real, helping you to understand that the subtle, that we are made of many different subtle bodies, and that we aren't real, and to help, and then to put an effort, and then you can also on top of that put an affirmation on top of it in order to replace what you see or what you perceive and think you see as real in the mirror. Christine's asking, do we chant Shreem Brzee or Brzee from now on? Either one, or both. I do both. Sometimes I'm Brzee, sometimes I'm Shreem Brzee chanting. Can we get details for purchase of Shreem Brzee Yantra and gold and statue of Goddess? Yes. There's a link. It looks like Brian just posted the statue link. If Chandra can also post the yantras. Here's a question. While we are chanting, are we visualizing or focusing? Yes, you can. There's different ways to do it. Just chant it all the time without necessarily having a focus, just literally letting the mantra control, like take over the mind while you're doing other activities. Another way is to be more engaged with the chanting, which would be to bring forth your desire. What do you want to create? With a really good intention and passion around it, and then do the chanting. Again, someone's asking about the masterclass. It's free to sign up and free to attend, and just click the link at the bottom where it says masterclass sign up, add your name and email, and you'll get reminders. But it is 100% free. What is the statue for Brzee? That's Lakshmi. Will the prep class be on replay? Yes. Use Brzee during Pradosham as a question. Yes, you can. That is one thing Dr. Pillai gave us in a different program, where on 13th moons, we can say Brzee as a way to be releasing karma. And then Chandra has posted all the links that you need for the statues and the yantras. So after this, we will be putting together kind of a replay outline. So you'll receive the key techniques that were delivered in this webinar, and some things written out so that you'll have that on hand. So someone's asking an interesting question. What if I don't see myself, but as someone else, like someone much sad or ugly? Do I still look in the mirror? Yes, because that's the illusion that you want to destroy, that you are sad and ugly. So when you are looking there, you can then be infusing the viewing, the mirror view, with the affirmations. I am beautiful and joyful. I am beautiful and joyful. I am beautiful and joyful. And it may feel awkward at first, but continue to do it. Dr. Pillai is giving this technique for a reason, and it's our duty to give it a shot. Someone's asking for success stories using Shreem Brzee. Yes, in fact, if anyone is on this, please type in your success stories, because we have so many. Someone's asking, do I chant Brzee while gazing? No, you do not have to. Someone's asking, is mystery teaching free of charge? This is what Dr. Pillai wanted to release to everyone. But the Mystery School, which is a program that he runs, a year-long program, is not free. That is one of his premier programs. It opened in February, and goes for 1 year, and it'll open again next year, most likely. We never know what he's going to do. But that one's not free. That's a paid course. Maruga's asking, while the statue is available, do you suggest to do the mirror technique meditation while holding Shreem Brzee Mantra? Sure, you can. Definitely. Mantra for blocks. I said Brzee, B-R-Z-E-E. How many times do we have to write Brzee for homework? Michaeline, you're such a good student. 108 times a day is ideal. Question, when we are chanting Brzee or Shreem Brzee, are we focused on a certain idea, image, or sensation? Not necessarily. Well, like I said before, you can just do it on autopilot where you're continuing to chant, or you can be focusing on your desired outcome. And that may invoke a sensation, like hopefully it's joyful, and something that you want to experience. So I like to tell people that when you're chanting or meditating, put yourself at the end of your manifestation as if it has already occurred, and feel the joy of what it is that you are experiencing now that it is here in your life. Feel that, and let it just run through you. The emotions, again, this is going to the heart, the emotions and passion it invokes truly helps the manifestation process. So that is definitely a helpful way to do the technique, do the chanting, I should say. Question, which video should I watch to learn about fundamental teachings of Dr. Pillai? That's a very good question. We have a wisdom library. If you go to pillaicenter.com, and at the top, there's 3 tabs. One of them says Wisdom Library. It's completely free. You go there, and we've categorized hundreds of different videos. And then you can start with whatever category that you're interested in, karma or enlightenment or archetypes, different gods and goddesses. Someone's asking about chant for a stroke recovery. That's a tough one. You should definitely, of course, do all of the medical things that you need, but chants for Muruga are helpful to help with healing process or Dhanvantri. So Muruga, it would be Saravana Bhava. That would be a healing mantra. Someone's asking, what is it about the number 108 or 1008 times? Any particular reason for this? There is an astrological reason to this, and I don't remember the exact equation, but there's some distance, I think, between the Earth and, I don't know if it's the moon or what. I don't want to screw this up, but there is some reason for a 108. But Dr. Pillai never talks about that. He just has said that 108 is the number of times it takes for us to get something. Like if it's repeated 108 times, then we're like, I got it on like the first level of understanding. And so then the more times we do it in sets of 108, then we are able to kind of have that be infused into us more and more. So it's like anything. The more you're working a muscle, if you're going to the gym or working out, the more results you'll get. So the more you're using a mantra, the more results you'll get. Don't expect to do the mantra once or 108 times or 1,008 times and that your whole life will be different. It can be, depending on your karma, don't get me wrong. But the more we do it, the more we're allowing the vibration of that mantra to release our karmic patterns and infuse us with the benefits and qualities of that particular mantra. So we have someone saying the diameter of the sun is about 108 times that of the diameter of Earth. The average difference between the Earth and the sun is 108 times the sun's diameter. Yeah, something like that. I'm not going to. So, but really, what you need to know is that that this is the magic number that Dr. Pillai and many other spiritual masters recommend that we repeat. It also adds up to 9, and 9 is a spiritual number. Someone's asking about the mystery school. That program is closed, so it's not available right now to anyone to join. Does listening to Shreem Brzee chant by Dr. Pillai have the same result as chanting it? I don't know if it has comparatively how you would assess the difference. However, it is always good to put the chant on. In fact, I just leave chants on in my physical space as much as I possibly can, just to have that sound vibration infusing into the atmosphere, and that I can hear it too. So it just becomes part of kind of a background noise of my mind. So you definitely want to be playing the chant as much as you can. Lars is saying, Lars, great webinar. Have noted that Dr. Pillai is much into affirmations, but have taken God faith in them lately. I feel they help together in all the techniques and mantras. Yes, Dr. Pillai actually does have affirmations in the Manifesting Miracles course. He doesn't talk about them that often, but there are several of them in that course, which were really fun. One of them is waiting is a waste of time. He always talks about expecting a miracle. Every moment is new is another one. But yes, creating affirmations. And he also has a video about the I think it was a millionaire or billionaire mantra. And someone wanted to know, what is the mantra for becoming a billionaire or a millionaire? And he said, millionaire I am, or billionaire I am. And so the person was like, oh, that's not a mantra. I was a little disappointed. That's not a mantra, but it is, right? So we're affirming what it is we want to create. So affirmations are very powerful. Please do them, pick ones that work for you. Any other questions? Someone's asking, can we use Kleem and Shreem Brzee together? I specifically asked Dr. Pillai once, and he said no, leave them separate. So chant your Kleems and then chant your Shreem Brzees. All right, so we'll be wrapping it up. What mantras, chants to play in background for incoming relationships, improving relationships, better clarity? Kleem is great for relationships. So, and if a place to chant that is at your heart center, it creates harmony and balance and love. All right, so someone's asking Saravana Bhava. Yes, Om Saravana Bhava or Om Saravana Bhavaya is the mantra for healing. So if you are having anything having to do with healing the body, this is a very powerful mantra to be able to do it or play the chant. Like if someone is sick, for example, you could play it near them and it will help. It can help kind of with that situation. Someone said this is your first live webinar. Welcome. An offering of food, water, and money for the ancestors. Do we do this as prasad on a daily basis? Is there a mantra that we can chant when we offer? Okay, so when you're doing ancestor offerings, which we call tarpanam, that is offering this kind of food, which is what we suggest is rice powder and water and black sesame seeds and darba grass if you have access to them. If you don't, raw rice or cooked rice and sesame seeds will do the trick with a coin, and then make your prayer. That is, you can definitely and should definitely do that on a daily basis. There are no mantras that you need to chant for that. And yes, that will help release and free your ancestors who are kind of in a place where they may be influencing you in a way that you don't want to be influenced, like thoughts from them, desires from them, that we want them to be free, and then that also helps us to be free. Someone's asking where to get the Saravana Bhava mantra. If you searched on YouTube, I believe it would be in there. I'm pretty sure Dr. Pillai has a recording. Otherwise, you can chant it yourself or any version. How much time do we spend to chant Shreem Brzee per day? As much as you can. It depends on everybody's what works for you, right? So Dr. Pillai has said that if we chanted 3 hours a day, we'd make a significant impact, but not everyone can chant 3 hours a day. So what works for you? If you can start with 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 20 minutes and then an hour, and good for you. If you can start with 3 hours, good for you. Basically, the more the better, but work it into what works for your schedule. So Kalyani is saying, earlier today, I accepted Shreem Brzee as my best friend. That's wonderful. Now I received this beautiful gift from her through Babaji and all at the Pillai Center. Thank you so much for the masterclass, as I am not able to attend the Mystery School program premiere. It was way too expensive, but I wanted to attend. Now Shreem Brzee has given me that gift through this masterclass. The Shreem Brzee miracle. Thank you so much. And this is true. Thank you for bringing this up, Kalyani, because Dr. Pillai, after we closed registration for Mystery School, he felt so much compassion for all of the people who weren't able to join because of the financial commitment. There's a lot of remedies that get done for you. It's his premier program. He does live teachings every month. So he puts a lot into it, and the cost reflects that because that's the exchange for that program. However, he wanted people to benefit and to give an alternative. So he recorded this and then is releasing it free. And then next week's masterclass will be another free gift. And we will also be having a program that will be announced that is not as expensive as Mystery School. So you'll be, if it works for your budget, you'll be able to then enroll in something new that Dr. Pillai wanted to make available for those who couldn't afford the Mystery School. Oh, thank you. Someone mentioned Saravana Baba is part of the Sounds for Success series. That is totally free. If Chandra can, and Chandra found Saravana Baba on YouTube. Thank you very much. Question by Feroz. While gazing into the mirror, are we to silently visualize the image or desirable self, or talk to it and give affirmations to the image? Either one. So you're gazing in the mirror and you're recognizing that this is an illusion, right? Because it's simply a reflection, which helps your psyche to understand we too are reflections, even though we feel more solid and we feel more real, but that everything can be shifted through our perspective. And then while gazing into the mirror, we can also then give ourselves affirmations or kind of redesign the desired effect of that reflection. I mean, you can go as far as like reconstructing how you look, revisualizing your beauty, revisualizing your money, revisualizing emotions, attraction ability, things like that. It's a technique to change and transform our image, self-imagery, which then transforms our life, because what we see in our life is a reflection of what we believe. Okay, so I answered the question on how much time to spend on chanting. Where do we get a recording of his chant? Chandra put the recording for Saravana Bhava. We also, if you just search on Brzee or Shreem Brzee in the YouTube, you will find recordings of those. The one I was playing earlier is available. It's beautiful, it has music. So you definitely want to be listening to Dr. Pillai's techniques and his chanting as much as possible. Question about when you're looking in the mirror, do you say I'm or you're? That's a good question. You can say I. All right, so hopefully everyone has marked down on their calendar next week. Please click the link to sign up for the masterclass so that you get reminders. It'll be similar today. You'll have a viewing page and you'll just be watching it freely. And Dr. Pillai will be delivering all of this good info. And I'll be there to host as well and answer your questions afterwards, just like we did today. So I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to go ahead and end this session today. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you for your energy and your positivity, everything that you contributed to this session. So hopefully you take everything that was delivered here from Dr. Pillai, as well as the tips, and put them into practice. And I will see you on the masterclass on May 19th. Namaste.